Alright, here we go again. Bunch of road construction. As you can see, both sides on the street have been torn up. I wanted to get out here and get this one in. Even though it's a rainy day, it's just going to be a rainy day drive. I am heading to the east side of Aetna, and we're going to ride up and down the streets and take a look at what it looks like now. Grew up here in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and got pretty rough. A lot of abandoned houses, but there's a lot of people that have been buying up property out here, and they're cleaning up and holding it down, and that's a good thing. But anyway, east side of Aetna, we're still on Lake Street. I'm going to turn up here on 13th, make a right, and we're going to zigzag up and down the street and see what we can see. Sit back, relax, get yourself something to drink, coffee, water. Don't drink pop or energy drinks, bad for you. Trust me, I had to find out that the hard way. Here we go. This used to be the Nipsco field right here. And we used to play baseball. That was a big gathering spot for us when we were kids. My Aunt Bernice and Uncle Paul lived the second house over here. We'll be passing by that. Once again, it's a rainy day, but hey, I come out here to do this. This is my opening to come out here and get this one, so why not a rainy day, right? You got snow days, spring days. This one just happens to be a rainy day. Rainy day in the hood. Yeah, that second house right there, that's where my Uncle Paul and Aunt Bernice lived, and I lived with them for a while there. My cousin Paul, Tino, and Elsa. Rest in peace, Uncle Paul and Aunt Bernice. I love you guys. Thank you for taking me in when I needed to be taken in by somebody. Alright, let's not talk about me, let's talk about Aetna. Here we go. 13th Avenue, we are going west. As you can see, I just turned off Lake Street, so I'm not sure if I can get every single street up and down here. But we're going to do the best we can. I had quite a few people request Aetna. I've done one where I did a few, like 10th Avenue and 13th Avenue, and I didn't go on the other side. And quite a few people asked me if I would do a video for that, and it's been a while. So, like, see, you got these little side streets right here. If they go all the way through and go up and down, we're going to go up and down them, all right? The little cul-de-sacs and stuff like that, sorry, I can't do them all. And not to mention, some of those streets are pretty bad with the potholes. And I will show you when we hit those what I'm talking about. Also, I have had a few people ask me if I can read off the street signs a little bit more instead of just driving past them. And I'll try to do the best I can. That's DeKalb Street right there. And we're going to come up to this curve right here. I'm going to go down Clay, go down 10th, and then we're going to start zigzagging up and down the streets, okay? So, everybody, just want you to know that I appreciate you being here and reading these comments. I can't always get to all of them because there gets to be so many of them. However, I promise each and every single one of them will be answered, or at least give you a heart and acknowledge that I've seen it and I loved it. Or, you know, you would be surprised at some of the things people say. Not so much anymore. I think I got rid of a lot of them. But anytime you try to have something nice or something new or just something different, you know, like documenting Gary, all these abandoned buildings. My Aunt Key lived right there in that house, had a lot of times right there, good times. Used to be a garage with a basketball hoop on it. Alright. I should just turn off Clay Street, but oh well. Like I said, please don't take points away from me, because I'm trying to watch the road and I'm looking around and seeing things to document, such as, you know, things like this. You know, I don't try to highlight the abandonment, I just want to show it, you know. And a lot of these places don't sit for too long. Some of them sit forever, it depends. Coming up on 10th Avenue now. Look at that, mean, there's so many things to see, and they're pretty crazy. Look at that one. You tell there's a fire there, and the heat just melted that siding. And definitely some abandoned ones, but as you'll see, there are some other ones that people are trying to fix up. I couldn't imagine fixing that up. What's left of it? Just a foundation. But hey, you know, they're little small cookie cutter houses. If you're not from the area, let me give you a shot down 10th Avenue this way. You gotta go back. Here's 10th Avenue. This is 10th Avenue coming off of Clay. And as you can see, they've torn some of these places down a long time ago. But yeah, as I was saying, or going to say, on the east side of Aetna, there's nothing but houses. There's no businesses. There's maybe one little park. But on the west side of Aetna, you know, you got Aetna Street. There used to be a grocery store, and the License Bureau used to be there. We're turning up DeKalb now. Or Delaware, sorry. This is Delaware Street. So I'll turn it down that street right there. Just kind of show you. And actually, if you've been with me for a while and you know who the Social Wreck is, his family grew up on that street right there. Now here to the right, you see the left, but to the right you see a bunch of abandoned spots there. And then you got somebody living there in that truck. There's another side street. Like I said, I'm trying to keep my eye on the road and everything, and I might not be able to cover all those. That's 13th Avenue. We're still on DeKalb Street. I have tinted windows also, so when I have to roll down the window, I gotta watch, make sure I roll back up, because in a van, you don't know, they got gutters up here in the window. If you make a turn, I'll show you here in a second, you'll get water just runs. And the Queen thinks it's pretty funny. I used to do it all the time. I'd be smoking a cigarette and had that window cracked a little bit and not think about it, make a turn and just get a leg full of cold water. Alright, what we got here? I think this is a cul-de-sac, so I'm not going down it. Yeah, it's a cul-de-sac. That's DeKalb. 13th place in DeKalb. Oh, see, I was just trying to get the shot. Look, I got water running all down my arm. It's alright though, I got the rainproof on today, as you can see. Oh. We're on Fayette Street now. Like I said, this is a rainy day video, so it's a little something different. There's the little Aetna Park that they got out here. That place was always a sketchy place. Got one of my first fist fights over there. Joe Harper. We had a fist fight over. We've been after school and we out there fist fought. And, I don't know, about a month later, we ran into each other again and we were best of buds and continued like that. Him and his brother Half Pint and Dennis. You know, that's how we used to do things back in my day. You know, sometimes you go out there, have a fist fight, get it out of your system. You know, everybody goes home, maybe a black eye, busted lip, twisted wrist, jammed knuckle. But you know, you went on, and I can finally remember many fights, and it just seemed like a way to solve things. That's Floyd Street. Now it's not like that. Now these kids they're so quick to shoot and hurt each other. I mean, you know, it's almost like they're scared to get a black eye, but they're not scared to catch a bullet. It's crazy. Never liked guns, but it's a necessary evil nowadays, that's for sure. All right, we're back on 10th. And we are now turning up on Gibson. See a little abandonment over there. Slow wipers down. I had to buy new wipers. Once I had, I turned mine, they were going ring. Like, well, can't do no videos like that. So I spent $30 on the drive just before I even got out here. Some abandoned ones right there. Please don't complain about the rain on the windows. I understand. I just wanted to get this one over with because I have so many other places I'd like to drive and see. And today was the day I had picked out, and it just happened to rain. Actually, yesterday it rained too, so I'm trying to get these videos out, and I just figured it'd be something different. It's a rainy day one. I know when I go to the side windows, they got limo tint on them, so this is the difference. But you know, that's just the way it is. This is the way it is. It's Floyd Street. Let's take it right down Floyd. See how bad the streets are? You don't watch where you're going. It's not good for the undercarriage, the struts, the tires, any of that. You just gotta watch where you're going, so thank you all for understanding that. And I just don't like it's okay. I mean, it gets the job done, but to me, having a GoPro on the dashboard just driving around just doesn't really do it for me. I want it to feel more like you're there, and basically what I'm doing is sitting here holding my phone with my elbow on the armrest of the captain chair and filming it. I think this is the best way to do it. You know, some things I want to stop and take another little second or concentrate on, and you can't really do that with the GoPro. However, you know, to each his own. That's just my way of seeing it. I see some abandoned ones down here. Floyd Street seems to have some bandos going on there. You see, I've been seeing a lot of people buying these properties up. There's the park. And we're back on Fayette Street. And you know what, would like to point out something also. Maybe you don't know, maybe you don't care, but I'm going to say it anyway because I'm just rattling on. I've had quite a few people tell me that they found properties by watching these videos and thanking me for it. I actually had one guy donate $100 to my PayPal. He told me, thanks for finding this property for me. I watched your video and I seen it. And I thought that was pretty damn cool. Made me feel good. Dan, you know who you are out there. He asked me if I would say that these streets are hard to read sometimes. And he asked me if I can be more specific on the streets. And I told him when I can, but sometimes I just can't. And I apologize to that, everybody. Because sometimes you just can't, you know, I can't keep turning my head and looking and holding the phone in my hand and watching for potholes and looking around. It's just not smart. It's not worth wrecking the van over. So I know a lot of people like to Google map things. And we just passed this way, but I'm going to go back down the other street here. I just want to go down Floyd Street there. Yeah, it's a different perspective, huh? Like a rainy day perspective. I just missed that street. Oh boy. I'm trying to watch for the cars parked in the potholes, as you can see. I love doing the videos, but I refuse to be reckless about them. It's just not worth it. What do we got here? Green Street. It's green, all right. I see the green right there. I haven't been up and down these streets in a long time. I said, between walking and bicycles and friends and getting out and just walking around the neighborhood, trick-or-treating. Used to be great back here when we were kids. God, everybody. I mean, we used to carry pillowcases. They come out here and trick-or-treat, and you can do maybe 2 blocks. It'd be so full. I had a lot of fun out here trick-or-treating as a kid. When you're talking what, I was born in 65, so 75, and say about 10, 15 years old, you know, from then to then, but trick-or-treating was always one of the sketchiest, holidays in the hood, you know, that 4th of July. For obvious reasons, you know, everybody walking around with, knocking on your door with masks and things like that on, and then on the 4th, we heard more gunshots than we did, this is Green Place now. More gunshots than we did fireworks. You never could distinguish them sometimes, you know. No, I've been rattling on a little bit. I'm just trying to keep the conversation going. I'm trying to do something different and unique. And it's not easy for me to just sit there and just talk to anybody without anybody being there. However, with your comments and your unwavering support and all that stuff, I understand there's a lot of big channels out there. There's a lot of small channels out there. And trying to find a niche has never been my thing. It always started off exploring. Then it just turns into this love of Gary. And I'm just trying to document everything out here that I think people would be interested in seeing, or they ask me to take a look at. And driving around Aetna definitely hits home for me. I spent a lot of my time, my youth out here in Aetna. Like I said, my Aunt Bernice, Uncle Paul grew up, they lived right there, and we used to go play baseball a lot right there in that Nipsco field. Go down here and cross over the tracks and go to the bowling alley, 12 and 20 bowling alley, which they just got through tearing down. And what else? We go down the tracks the other way and go to Tops, play pinball all day. I got some abandonment going on there. Those poor people, and they gotta live right in the middle of it. See how rough those roads are? That's another thing I try to do. If I see people kind of getting out or doing something, I don't really want to film them in front of their places. Oh, look at these ones. So I try to be respectful about that. Look at the road. I mean, this road is just tore up from the floor up. Let's take a look right here since we're slowing down. There's an abandoned one. That's crazy abandoned. And I think this is abandoned. Maybe not. I had a piece of it. It doesn't look like it's abandoned. Okay. All right. I'm going to turn up and back on Lake Street. And no, I got one more street to go. Okay. Last street. Here we go. This is closest to Lake Street over here, and we are now on Hamilton Place. and another bombed out street. Man, it sure would be a big help to people to patch up these streets, but then let me tell you something about how that works out. There's a couple abandoned ones there. What ends up happening is people start flying down the streets then. So it's kind of an easy maintenance. It's kind of a solution to keep people from driving fast. Because if you drive fast and hit one of those, you're gonna have problems. All right, here we go. We're gonna take a left right here, and we're gonna call that a done deal for the east side of Aetna. Sorry if I didn't cover every single block, but I want to get most of them. It's been a rainy day drive. We're back on Hamilton in 13th place, and this is Lake Street. I'm still City Storm. I'm glad you came along for the ride. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to make any donations, there's links right there to make donations. That'd be appreciated. Not necessary, but definitely appreciated. And I'll see you next round, all right? I'm gonna throw a little music on, and I'm gonna catch these last few houses and construction. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Oh, and watch for the other side of the west side of Aetna. It's coming soon. All right, let's kick in the jams.